Day and night basketball.
I'm Theo. This is Osa with the Broke Jumper. And we got a great show for you guys today. Let's get into it.
Absolutely, definitely. Virginia brings home the championship. Theo, how you feeling?
Virginia, hey man, lost last year to the 16 seed. Came back after that embarrassing defeat, an embarrassing tournament showing, and wins the championship. I thought it was great.
You had Virginia winning it, didn't you?
No, I didn't. I had Duke. I wish I had Virginia winning it, but I had Duke.
Exactly. But it was a great team effort, though. They definitely brought it together. It wasn't an individual show. It was a great team effort win on both sides of the ball. Good job, Virginia.
Yeah. Congratulations to Virginia. Excellent job, Texas Tech. I liked the game. It was one of the better championship games I've seen in a while. Overtime, both teams playing great defense. Team basketball all around. I really enjoyed it.
Definitely.
I've chosen 3 topics for Osa. He has 3 topics for me. I'm going to just read off the topic. He doesn't know what it is, and we're going to get his natural reaction. Ready?
Throw it at me. Let's go.
With Virginia and Texas Tech both being strong defensive teams and both reaching the NCAA championship, does this tell us that defense really does win championships?
Oh, that's common. Everybody knows defense wins championships. That's just something you have to have in your arsenal. You can't outscore. You don't want to outscore everybody. The first strategy, if anything, when you put a team together, you want to put a defensive-minded team out there first. The name of the game is obviously who can score the most points, and you have to stop somebody, to score more points. That's what push you ahead of them. So while I'm putting the team together, of course, there's going to be defensive-minded guys out there first. Offense is going to be a bonus, the reward. So, and you got defense win championships in any sport. Football, basketball, baseball. You have to play defense.
Today's game, a lot of people are out there thinking they need to outscore everybody. Like in the NBA, we see that a lot. What do you think about that?
And when you say the NBA, people think the Warriors. They think the Warriors are just outscoring guys crazy. But little do they know, and they think about the Warriors and Houston Rockets. They think they're just out there scoring. But the Warriors play defense. I mean, Draymond Green was Defensive Player of the Year. You have at one time they had Joel McGee, who was on the team, who's a defensive-minded big guy. So you really have to come down to Iguodala, the defensive piece out there as well. And believe it or not, even Durant, Durant lately has been complimented a lot on his defense. So you have to play defense. You have to. If you don't play defense, your offense you'll just be a scoring team that's going home after 82 games.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, there you go. Osa's take. Defense does win championships.
Absolutely.
All right. Your
Theo, 2015 Duke's team was the last squad to win a championship. And it was a team full of one-and-dones. Jahlil Okafor, Justice Winslow, Tyus Jones, all those guys are one-and-done. But that was the last team to do it. So how effective is it to have a one-and-done guy?
Well, you see this year, 2 teams who don't really have a one-and-done player made it to the championship. And I don't think you need to have one-and-done players to win an NCAA championship. It doesn't hurt, but you don't have to have them. The teams that have more experienced players, they'll have a better chance at winning in the NCAA tournament, where it's just one game. Sometimes that youth and inexperience can show, even when the players are great. Mm-hmm. So you don't have to have one-and-done players to win the NCAA championship. It doesn't hurt, but it's really helpful to have some older guys, some veteran guys who have experience in the tournament. Mm-hmm. That's my opinion.
So why does everybody lobby so hard for one-and-done guys?
Because it brings popularity to your team. It bolsters your chances to get other recruits, other high-level recruits. And at the end of the day, if you can get enough of them, you
saved your job.
It could save your job. It could save your job. You won't go out like Virginia did last year to a 16 seed if you got a couple one-and-done level players.
Exactly.
All right, Osa, do you think Golden State is better with Boogie Cousins or worse?
At the end of the day, Boogie Cousins is not going to be the issue. It's going to be Draymond Green to me. Boogie is a helpful addition if he's healthy, of course. You got to respect his offense and what he brings you defensively. He's going to be a helpful piece to what they got going on. Does he help them better than JaVale McGee? Yes. Does he help them better than Zaza Pachulia? Yes. So for their team at that spot, yes, he's probably the most effective piece they've had in that spot since a while. But me, even Kayvon Looney is a good piece for them. Is a better piece because I think he knows his role.
Yeah.
If he stays within himself, now if Cousins stays within himself, and I mean that in his role on the court and mentally, if he stays within himself, that's going to be a big piece for the puzzle.
And I think that's the question. The question is he going to go crazy? Is he going to have problems in the locker room? Is he going to complain about his playing time? Is he going to complain about not getting enough touches? I think that's the main question. Will he play for the team or will he play for Boogie? Will he get frustrated? In the past, he's had issues with that. So, I guess I get what you're saying. If he keeps it together, he's good for their team. If he doesn't keep it together, he's bad for their team.
Exactly. It's all mental game with him. But if he stays in the game mentally, he's going to be a definite force.
All right, cool.
Theo. My guy, I grew up watching him. Jerry Stackhouse just got a job last week.
Stackhouse, okay.
He's the new head coach of Vanderbilt University. How's he going to do?
Well, he's got a name behind him, which is good. So he'll walk into a college with a good name behind him, played in the NBA, been an assistant coach for the Grizzlies in the NBA. I think he's going to have an easier time than most coaches maybe recruiting some high-level one-and-done type players. So he should be able to get talent, which would be very helpful. These guys are all fighting for talent, so he should be able to get high-level recruits, which should be helpful for him. But I do think he'll struggle a little bit in the NCAA as a first-time head coach.
Well, true. What about that conference, the SEC conference? How you think he'll fare out with that? You got Kentucky twice, you got Tennessee twice, you got Auburn twice, who just went to the Final Four. Those teams are tough. How do you think he'll fare with that competition?
I think he's going to struggle. I think any new coach coming into a new league is going to struggle. So I think he's going to struggle in the first year or two. And after that, I think he'll be fine. He will land players. He'll have a talented team that he'll put out on the floor. But I do think he'll struggle in the beginning because, he's moving to the NCAA. He's a head coach this time. It's
first head coach job, too.
First time, yeah. It's not going to be easy for him. He's going to have a learning curve. But give him a couple years, I think he'll be fine.
Okay.
All right, last one for you, Os. Do you think the last-second call in that Auburn game, Auburn-Virginia, do you think that last-second call with guys shooting the three in the corner should have been called? I think we all agree that it was a foul, but should they call that or should they swallow the whistle at the end of the game?
That's tough. First of all, you got to give extra, props to the ref that actually called it.
Yeah,
because if I'm ref, I'm not calling, and it's one of those games you don't want to be the one to win the championship, to win the game. You want the players to win. Was it a foul? Yes, definitely was a foul to me. You have to allow the shooter to land. He didn't allow the player to land, so therefore you call foul. But the thing we're missing too is the double dribble before that.
Yeah.
The referees missed the double dribble before that, where the point guard lost the ball.
Ty Jerome
lost the point guard, lost the ball on the back of his foot. Rim recovered it. He picked it up and then dribbled. You cannot do that. You have to hit it to keep your dribble alive, or pick up and pass it, either or. But he picked up and picked it up first with two hands and continued his progress, and that's a double dribble. Remember, referees missed that one.
Yeah, but the thing is are we even looking at that if they don't call the foul on the three-point shot? Nobody would probably even look back at that double dribble. But the fact that they called a foul on the three-point shot and the guy got 3 free throws to win the game.
That's crucial.
Now everybody's looking at, well, was it a foul? Okay, that was, but what about this double dribble over here? Right. If they don't call that foul, maybe nobody cares about the double dribble.
True. And I also want to give, hey, he got the foul call, and you also have to go to the ball don't lie. He went to the free throw line, made all 3. So
okay.
There you go.
So you think a foul is a foul. If you see a foul at the end of the game, call it.
Yeah.
Don't swallow your whistle, call the foul.
Yeah, it depends. It's on you. Whatever you're made of, you make the call on that one. It's on you. You're going to have to live with it at the end of the day. So, yeah. Don't listen to me.
All right. You're down to
all right, Theo. Last question for you. How do you feel about NBA teams shutting players down when they know they're out the playoffs? When they don't qualify for the playoffs? Sorry about that.
I think it's trash. It's garbage. It's garbage. Shutting players down, what are you talking about? If I scrape together my hard-earned money to come watch the game, I want to see the starters. I want to see the players playing. You're getting paid too much money to be sitting out games. I don't like to see it. I don't think fans like to see it. I don't want to hear about load management. I'm not about to come on here and be like, Osa, we ain't making no show today. I'm taking 2 weeks off. Load management. I can't make these shows. I can't make these episodes. Man, those guys are getting paid so much money. They have an obligation to go out there and play. Go play the game for the fans in the stands. I don't care if you make the playoffs, don't make the playoffs. Play the games, finish the season out, take your break.
For a vet, now let me ask you for both sides of the stick here. For like a veteran like LeBron, when you're out the playoffs or whatever it is, your team's not going to qualify. And then on Trae Young, who also they shut him down last week. Two sides to do, one kind of a rookie and young older guy. I mean, how do you feel about that from shutting down a young guy versus the veteran?
Is both of them are weak. I mean, you shouldn't be shutting down anybody because LeBron James, I don't care how old he is, he's the main attraction. LeBron James is the main attraction to the Lakers game. So if I go to a Lakers game and LeBron James isn't playing, I feel cheated as a fan that I paid my money to come watch LeBron James play and he's not playing just because they didn't make the playoffs and they shut him down. So in my opinion, I don't think that's good for the fans. I think the NBA should think about this because, the fans are the ones who are paying to be there, and you're shutting down your main attraction. I don't like that, And Trae Young, he's young. What do you mean? I mean, Trae Young, I know like 4 years ago, Trae Young was playing 3 games in a day. You know what I'm saying? Like, Trae Young does not need to be shut down. Let him play. All right, final topic for this episode. The NBA players had a poll, and they voted on a lot of interesting topics here. One of the first ones was, who's the most overrated player in the NBA? And we have 47 NBA players, current NBA players who voted on this. And they voted number 1, tied for first, Draymond Green and Russell Westbrook with 17% of the votes. Draymond Green and Russell Westbrook, most overrated players in the NBA. In second, they had Jimmy Butler, Andrew Wiggins, Karl Anthony Towns. Tied for third, James Harden, Ben Simmons, LeBron James, Kyle Lowry. Tied for fourth, Semi Ojeleye, Kyrie Irving, Brooke Lopez, Miles Turner, Luka Doncic, Hassan Whiteside, John Collins, Lonzo Ball, CJ McCollum, Nikola Jokic, DeMarcus Cousins, Paul Millsap, Klay Thompson. What do you think about that?
I think it's disrespectful, number one, and I won't respect it until 47 players who did vote identify who they are.
Yeah, well, I think Kevin Durant is going to be one of the 47 because I think he might have voted 2-3 times from burner accounts because Draymond Green and Russell Westbrook being the 2 most overrated players in the NBA, that's a Kevin Durant vote.
That's something behind that. I can agree
That's a
with
Kevin Durant vote.
But Draymond, for him to be number 1 on this list, I was kind of shocked. Defensive Player of the Year. He does great things for the Warriors. He gives them another ball handler, another shooter, or somebody that can make shots at least. And he's the heart of that team. I mean, I know everybody talks a lot about Curry, but to me, Draymond really does make that team go.
Well, I mean, Draymond does. He is a big part of that team, and he did help them win those championships, and he was huge in those championships. He also helped them lose a championship when he was kicking everybody in the balls and they got suspended. But I think this year he's not shooting the ball well, and I think maybe that's what they're looking at. Teams are literally not guarding him. So he's not shooting the ball well. Nobody's guarding him. He's stalling up their offense. I think that maybe that's what they're looking at. I don't know. If we move him to another team, do we talk about him?
It depends who that team is, but I mean, hey, why? I mean, you don't move people like him. He's okay. It's like this. Are we talking about Steph Curry winning championships if he's not on that team? You think Steph is still winning championships?
I still think he's an all-star. I don't think Draymond Green makes an all-star team if he's not with Golden State Warriors.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fine. That's fair enough. I'll let you have that one for sure.
Russell Westbrook, what do you think about that?
This one I was kind of surprised. I mean, I was a little bit surprised because on one of it, he's getting his triple doubles and all these major stats he's putting up. He's a highlight reel. He's a half man, half amazing type dunks that he brings to the game from his position. He's very talented, but at the same time, he gets that as a bad image for all the stats he puts up.
Yeah, well, I think a lot of people feel that he's a stat chaser, that he literally goes in the game and plays for triple doubles. So he doesn't try to win the game, he tries to make sure he gets a triple-double. There's even players who have talked about, he tells guys to move out of the way so he can get the rebound on the free throws and whatnot.
Those are rumors. We don't know for a fact.
We don't know that, but his peers believe he's one of the most overrated players in the NBA. Mm-hmm. I think Russell Westbrook is a great player. He's super talented. He could be really good, but also he doesn't win. So he's not winning. He puts up numbers. So it really does make it look like he's playing for stats when he's so talented and he can get these stats, but his team doesn't win.
Mm-hmm.
So, rock the baby, but but overrated, tied with Draymond. What do you think about the next number 2? Butler, Wiggins, Karl Anthony Towns.
Only person I'm kind of agreeing on that list is Wiggins. Wiggins never really panned out to me. I saw sparks of that when he was at Kansas. I didn't really like too much of his game. But Jimmy Butler, I'm kind of surprised. I mean, I know he's been on multiple teams now, so everybody's kind of looking at that. Each team he leaves kind of leaves with a bad taste in the mouth. But I think he does good work. In Philadelphia, he's a heck of a player for them right now. He's giving them good complimentary minutes to Embiid and Ben Simmons. So I'm surprised to see him on this list.
I think some of this list comes down to just these are guys people don't like. So maybe people in the NBA don't like him as much. Jimmy Butler's not the most liked player in the NBA. Andrew Wiggins, maybe he is deserving of that spot, maybe. But he's still pretty young. Karl Anthony Towns, I don't think he should be on the list. I mean, he needs to be a little tougher, but he's not overrated. Nobody's talking about Karl Anthony Towns being amazing. He is a good player. I think he's fine. But let's go to the next spot, 3rd place. James Harden.
This is where it gets crazy.
Ben Simmons.
It gets a little crazy.
LeBron James.
Crazy.
Kyle Lowry.
Crazy.
I mean, I think Kyle Lowry's a pretty good point guard. I don't think he's overrated because nobody's really talking about Kyle Lowry as being the top point guard in the NBA. I mean, there's other point guards that are better than him, but he's solid. He's a good point guard.
He's a solid point guard. I don't know why he's on this list. He does good work, and he's consistent at least. Each year, you know what you're going to get out of him. So I'm surprised to see him on this list.
James Harden. James Harden is arguably the MVP. He might get MVP this year.
Yeah. Yet
he's the most overrated player in the NBA. That might just be hate. However, he doesn't play defense. He also plays for stats. You could say that he plays for stats.
He does.
But his team wins. So I don't think he should be on this list. If your team is winning and you're getting stats, I don't know what to say then.
Right. And I'm with you on that. I mean, if you're winning and getting stats, how can you be overrated? I'm surprised that he's on this list as well. And he's on the 3rd. It's kind of crazy. James Harden he's the heart of that team. He really makes that team.
He carried him when Chris Paul was out.
Mm-hmm. He carried him. Chris Paul was out with a hamstring issue. So he definitely carried him. He does what he did. No matter if Chris Paul's on the court or not, he still gets some great
minutes. Great minutes. What about LeBron James?
Rude. This is disrespectful to me because let me tell you why. This man just came back from winning, being a part of 8 finals appearances.
But he lost a lot of those.
You can say he lost or he was outmatched. Either way you want to.
No, I'm not giving him any excuses. If you're that good, I don't hear an excuse on
that good. He can't beat. Everybody needs help. Nobody's doing it by themselves. I mean, look down the line. Jordan, everybody, Paul Pierce, everybody who's won a championship, they all have had help. So
they didn't ask for help every single season. They just played.
Single season?
LeBron James every season says, hey, we're not good enough. Give me some guys. I need some more guys. We're not good enough. He says that every season.
He does not.
He points the finger every season. Every season.
He didn't do it in Miami.
Well, because he went to Miami with Wade and Bosh to form the first super team ever.
Boston was the first super team. But
okay, what?
But I tell you what, he didn't win. He went to 4 finals with that team and he only won 2. I'm gonna tell you this. He didn't complain about, hey, we didn't have enough. He just, they fixed it and came back and won it.
Well, they should have won it. They had enough, more than enough.
Okay, probably so.
Yeah.
But for him to be on this list after going to the finals 8 times in a row and having a bad season with the Lakers, whether it's his fault or not, I don't think he deserves this.
Again, I think just a lot of players don't like him or don't want to play with him, and that's the reason why he's on there. No, I mean he's not. I don't think he's overrated. He is rated super high. I mean, people call him the GOAT, which was also a poll, one of the questions in the poll. So, people do call him the GOAT, which maybe is a little bit much because I don't think he is. Do you think he is?
No.
Okay, so maybe he is a little bit overrated then.
If you call him the GOAT, he's overrated. But then the 4th spot, They got guys on this list: Kyrie Irving, Brook Lopez, and Brook Lopez, give or take.
Kyrie is so salty right now that he's on the same list with Brook Lopez, Miles Turner,
Alonzo Ball.
Alonzo Ball.
Sure, I'll give you that one.
Alonzo Ball should be on there. I mean,
yeah, he should be on there. CJ McCall, that's kind of.
CJ should not be. He should not be on there. Klay Thompson should not be on there.
He should not be on there.
No.
And John Collins, the young kid down in Atlanta, he shouldn't be on there. He's doing good work. I mean, they're building.
Luka Doncic should not be on there.
Luka Doncic, he's a kid. Yeah, he's a teenager. And who in the world is Semi?
Semi Ojeleye.
If you can tell me who Semi is, write that in our comments. Let me know, because I don't know who Semi is.
Semi Ojeleye. Okay. Anyway, moving on to the next topic they had on there. Who is the greatest of all time? They asked the NBA players, who's the greatest player of all time? Who's the GOAT? And what were the results, Els?
Oh, my. They had Michael Jordan, LeBron James, Kobe Bryant, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Magic Johnson, Allen Iverson, and Kevin Garnett.
Allen Iverson made the list, huh? Wow.
Yeah, he's not the greatest.
Yeah, he's not. That's the first time I've ever seen him on there. Okay, but number one, Michael Jordan with what percentage?
73%.
73%.
Which I should think is higher.
NBA players voted him as the GOAT. So let's end that conversation. LeBron, you're not the GOAT.
No.
You're not the GOAT. You're the stat king.
Right.
You're the best at getting stats. You're stat king James.
Right. And
give you that.
This GOAT thing is a little out of hand. I mean, we don't. And it depends on what era we're talking about here. It comes down to era.
It doesn't come down to era.
I mean,
6 championships. In 6 tries.
Okay, Oscar Robertson.
When play baseball.
Is he not the GOAT?
I mean, he is. He should be in. He should be on the list. He should be on that list.
Okay.
It's disrespectful that he's not on the list.
Okay.
But Michael Jordan goes and plays baseball in the middle. He could have probably had more.
He could have. I agree.
Comes back and still wins 3 more.
Yeah, true. Didn't lose a touch one bit.
Didn't lose not one time. I mean, that's
right, and that's tough. I mean, do I think in my eyes, who's to go? Michael Jordan. That's the person when I was coming up as a kid. That's the one everybody was pretty much trying to be like. Wear his shoes.
Changed the game.
He changed the whole game. I mean, he brought a lot of style and flair and finesse to the game. So. You can't beat that. LeBron James is 11%, 11.9 to be exact.
I don't think he should be over Kobe. They had him over Kobe just barely.
Yeah.
But I would go with Kobe.
I would go with Kobe too.
Yeah.
And the only reason why I would go with Kobe because number one, Kobe was definitely. I think Kobe's more skilled than LeBron.
Yeah.
Easily, he has more ball handling skills. He has better footwork. He's a way better shooter than LeBron.
Yeah.
And he has better scoring ability period than LeBron.
Yeah.
And of course, like you said, he has more championships than LeBron.
I think he has better defense than LeBron. I mean, I think I don't think LeBron's defense has been very spectacular, especially as of the last couple years. It's really been questionable.
Right, it has been questionable. Did you see the one with Kuzma's pushing him?
Yeah. So I mean, I think Kobe gets a lot of disrespect in this. Kobe should be higher than LeBron, in my opinion. And he has more rings. I mean, my main thing is winning. Because I think some guys go out there and try to do everything they can to win. Some guys go out there and make sure their stats are good. Like, they don't take the half-court shot the last second because they don't want to mess up their percentage. Like, I like guys who go out there and try to win. I feel like Kobe went out there and tried to win all the time. I feel like LeBron sometimes is stat king.
And then next on the list, you have Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and Magic Johnson.
I mean, they both should be on the list. I mean, I think Oscar Robertson should be on there as well. But, I mean, at that point in time, it's whatever. We're talking about 4th, 5th place, whatever,
Right.
They're all great players.
Right.
But I think the NBA players are saying something here. Who's the GOAT? MJ.
Well, the thing is, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is 1.7%. And I thought he should be higher. He's the all-time scorer in the NBA. And he has multiple championships. So I'm putting him above LeBron and Kobe.
Yeah. So I mean, we're arguing 2nd and 3rd. I think it's kind of unanimous that the GOAT is MJ. So that's all.
I think it goes MJ.